Want to know how to design your website to hook ideal clients and why so many websites suck? Hey, I'm Sam Dunning, co-owner over at webchoiceuk.com and host of the Top 100 Marketing Podcast, Business Growth Show. All right, so let's jump straight in with this rather controversial subject on why so many websites suck. So, what I see way too many times is where companies, freelancers, or companies who even do it themselves with their own marketing team will just redesign their site to either stroke their own, if they're perhaps an entrepreneur or a solopreneur, or their CEOs, or maybe their head of marketing or the marketing director's ego. What I mean by that is they're designing the website, they're building the look and feel, the main features, the structure, the content, the copy, all around what they think looks good instead of what their target audience looks good. So the content's probably all me orientated. So it's completely about, look, this is how great we are. We're award winning. We've done all this cool stuff. We've done all these cool shows. Our product is so good. We have all these features. When probably a lot of us know that simply talking about yourself, whether you're a salesperson, whether you're having a conversation with your friend, if it's all me, people switch off very quickly, very fast, and the chances are you're not going to win that potential business. So what is the solution? Well, we need to design our websites as well as our content, our copy for our ideal customers, not to stroke our own egos. Some things we need to consider straight away when we're building a fresh site for our business or perhaps redesigning is, why are we doing this? So maybe if we're doing a redesign, perhaps our website right now, we've looked at our Google Analytics, maybe we've looked at our data, perhaps we're spending money on marketing. So maybe we're doing ads, maybe we're doing SEO, maybe we're doing social media or video content. We're driving people to the site, maybe we're doing an email list too, but the website's not producing perhaps a steady flow of inbound leads or calls, or if we're e-commerce, perhaps it's not driving the sales we want. So we want to look at ways to redesign the site to hook more inbound leads and sales. We need to think about, who is this target market? Who's the main audience we want to attract? So you need to have a look at, are you typically looking at marketing directors in tech companies? Are you dealing with tradesmen? Who is your best customer? Who is the actual person that you want to land on this site and you want to get leads, sales from? And what do we want them to do on the site? Do we want them to quickly learn about what we can do, how we can help? Do we want them to provide them with useful resources, perhaps ebook downloads? Do we want them to actually book a call with us, book a demo? Do we want them to purchase a product? So make a note of actually why we're doing this website, all the key things that are important from both a user's perspective and our business's perspective in terms of what we want the action for them to take, how we want them to drive revenue, so whether that's leads or whether that's we want to drive sales. So all these main important points of why we're doing the site, otherwise it's a waste of time. Now to the juicy part, how are we going to get all this information? What's going to guide us on creating a site that our ideal customers will love? Well, we need to interview them. So make a list of, depending on how many customers you've got, ideally up to 10 or so, of your very best customers. So these are customers that you enjoy working with. So it's not a chore when you do business with them. You actually have fun. It's actually something you're passionate about and you enjoy the type of work, and that drive revenue, but not just any revenue, profitable revenue that's helping your business scale and grow. Once you've made a list of these very best customers, arrange a call with them. So best is a Skype or a Zoom session that you record, or worst case scenario, you can do it via email if they're not up for a call. So once we've got this list of customers, we need to ask them some pretty specific questions. So best way, like I say, is to get a video call done and record it, and you'll find out why we want to record it shortly. So I want to ask some things like, how did you find us? So what I mean by that is, how did you stumble across us? Was it Google search? If so, what did you search? Was it a paid ad, a Facebook ad, Google ad? Were you referred? Find out all that intel around that. Why did you buy from us specifically as opposed to the competition? So this is going to give you useful questions. They're probably going to talk about the competitors that they looked at, so you can do some research on who your competitors are from your customer's mouth. And then they'll give you some juicy nuggets as to why they chose to purchase with you. It might be because of how you handled the project. It might be because of the discovery call you had with them or the proposal you sent across, but find out exactly why. What problem did they come to you with? So often as businesses, we make the mistake of guessing the problems our customers have. And I've been guilty of this in the past. And it's really, really, really useful info. Just literally ask a question. What problem was it you came to us with? And it's quite often not the thing that you expected. How do we help you fix the problem? So again, just ask the question, then shut up. Because again, it's very often not what you expected. What's life like now we fix this problem? So how is it now we've sorted this solution, we've provided you the solution, or if you didn't fix a problem, what's life like now we've provided X solution to help you get the job done? Again, this is going to give you some really useful intel for how you've made their life, their business improve. And what was most important to yourself when you're looking at a website for a vendor, for a company like ours? So again, this is going to give you some golden nuggets. So maybe they say things like, well, when I'm looking at a company like yours, I really need to know that they've got examples of case studies in our sector. Or maybe they'll say, I want to see testimonials or review videos. Or maybe they say, I want to understand who's in your team. But again, shut up, let them talk, find out all these key points of what is most important when they are looking at a vendor like yours' website. So again, make notes on these points, or if you can, record the session, record the call. If this is a redesign job, so if you're redesigning a current site, then ask them, how easy is our current website to understand? How we can help you? So we're saying things like, could you jump straight onto our site, and did you quickly understand what we do, how we help, how to get in touch with us? Take the feedback here. How easy was it to do business with us? I.e., how easy was it to call us, to email us, to inquire with us, or to purchase if you sell things? What could be improved? And I recommend on all these specific questions, if you are looking at a redesign, to ask on a scale of 1 to 10. So that way they can say, look, I'd probably give this a 7, I'd give this a 5, I'd give this a 4, and here's why. And then an open-ended question, what could be improved? And again, just let them talk, because they'll probably give you a lot of nice little tips on different bits and pieces that they feel you could improve your site with. And once we've got those, once we've got these recordings, we've got these email conversations, review the data. So we want to review all these golden nuggets we've talked about. And once we've gone through each one, we want to make a list of the most common responses. It's not the things that are said maybe once or twice, but the things that are consistently responded to with similar answers against each question. How can it help us? Well, this is going to help the new website design and build in a massive amount of ways. It's also going to help your own customer service, your sales, and your marketing going forward. So if you're not interviewing idle customers, now is the time to jump on it, because it's huge. So it's going to inform your copy for your website. So many businesses, and we have been in the past, have been guilty of, you go on their site and it's all me, like we talked about at the start. So maybe the main website homepage headline is, we're award-winning, we're the best in class, we're so good at X, Y, and Z, we are simply the greatest. And in truth, no one really cares. They want to go on your website and they want to know exactly what you do, how you can help them, how to get in touch. And usually juicy ways to do this are having a headline that's kind of problem-centric, that talks about the juiciest problem you solve for your customers, or talks about something really important to them that they want to fix or improve in their business or life. And again, keeping this jargon-free, so using the actual words that your customers have said in these interview questions, is a great way to put down copy that resonates with your target audience. So instead of using words like cutting edge or 360-degree view of our software, use the words that your customers actually give you to describe the product. And that can help all of your web and marketing copy here. Design pointers, key pages, and feature pointers. So when you ask them about what's important to you on a website, whilst looking at a vendor's website like ours, make sure you're including these points. So the things that are consistently said, if they said, look, we want to see reviews, we want to see social proof, we want to see specific case studies like this, or we saw this on a competitor site, which is really important, or we really want to get an idea of your pricing and how it's structured before we speak to sales. All these things that were consistently said, make sure you're noting these down and going to include these in the new site. And yeah, again, these points on the problems your customers bring to you, the copy, the wording, the language they use, what's important to them, can not just educate this new website design and build and really help you build something that's going to drive results, but it can also help you build your marketing copy and your future content in terms of video content and social media content. And another bonus is this can be used for testimonial videos. So you can chop and slice up these interviews you do, and you can use them for testimonials. There could be some great case studies if customers said, look, this is the problem I came to you with. This is how you helped me fix it. And this is what life's like now. If it's all great, it's all got some good stuff. You can use this as case study videos, chuck it on YouTube, chuck it on your podcast, chuck it on your website. That's really going to leverage social proof and again, help engagement, help boost inbound leads and sales. And finally, it's going to help educate your customer service because you're going to know what's now most important to your customers and how you can improve and ultimately drive yourself and them more revenue. So finally, we've got to put it all into action. So we've got to make sure that the new website can basically educate our customers, be a real useful resource to them, and make sure we're using the design pointers, the layout pointers, the feature pointers they asked for in the new design. We're going to make sure that everything that they've basically said is most important to them is included. And we want to keep the conversation going with our customers because, like I say, there's so many advantages to it. So regularly talking to your best customers is going to help you inform your web, your marketing, your copy material in the best possible way, because these are the people that we want to continually do business with and get more customers of their type. So other ideas to do this, if you don't want to do a video call or email survey, what you can do is do social media surveys like LinkedIn, Facebook have polls, so you can run polls with target audiences. You can put something called Hotjar on your own website. So if you've got an existing site, you can have a Hotjar survey that pops up asking questions like, on a scale of 1 to 5, how easy was our site to use? How easy was it to get in touch with us? Did you find everything you're looking for? If you've got an email list, you can offer people a cheeky incentive like a coffee voucher or a meal voucher or similar, and get them to give you really useful feedback and pretty much ask them all the questions that we have gone through today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode on how to design your website to hook ideal clients. Be sure to hit subscribe and do leave a review. And with that, we'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers for tuning in.